Welcome back, everybody. Today we have a clock that is kind of special because I got a good deal on it, I guess, and it's a highly collective item. Anyway, these clocks normally, when running quite well, will go up to $400. And of course I didn't pay that, but that's beside the point. Anyway, just Mike here. Don't forget to subscribe because it's free. And let me show you the clock I got. In this box, I have Mother's clock. And this here is a company from which it came, I do believe. And yes, it's from China. So this clock was beat around a bit from shipping because I noticed this is knocked off. On top of each fence post, they've got a heart carved in the top of the fence post on each one of these. And there's a lady in there. She was glued on there, but obvious, like I say, this has been beat up a little bit, so she went flying over there. I think she was standing behind the table on the picture, and there's a few other pieces dangling around there. So we're going to have to check that out. There's a outhouse back over here, but inside there's a kitchen table. You can see that or not. You get your kitchen, get your bed, shoes, chair. It looks like there was something in the chair glued. It might be some of that there. Like I say, a table. There's a mug there that has a bee on it. Hearts up here. And you can see right up here, there's letters R, L, M. And up here, I'm going to guess that's a HII. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be another I or two T's. I don't know what that is. And I'm going to guess from underneath here, you take this board out, you can slide that glass out that's here and fix everything that needs to be fixed. And on the back side here, they have this saran wrap covering the window. There used to be a picture here, evidently. Seems to me it's usually a mountain scene or something of that nature. And then of course you have your movement, which takes a chain and a pendulum, and the music box. Let me move the wire out of the way. And then over here is where you'd install a battery, and I would give it a guess that's either a C or a D, and then you'd lock the battery in this way, or at least that's the way it's set up right now. So it is quite dusty. We're going to take a look at this. Oh, and by the way, there is in that basket right up here, there is a light in there that lights it up when the music box plays. Not quite sure how all that works, but we're going to figure that out. Now, it's unusual to get the original box to the clock, so actually the box has value also with this clock. In the box I found the chain, a pendulum, and the weight. And the weight doesn't have a weight number on it. It normally has it in grams. This one doesn't have anything on it that I can see of. So I just weighed this. It's 0.265 gram in case you need a weight. So you hit anywhere around that area and you should be fine. So there's a couple things I'm going to do first. I'm going to take the hands off, and I'm going to pop this board off here so I can pull that glass out, because I don't like that dull and whatnot rattling around in here, possibly devaluing itself. There's a nail here that's tacked in, and there's a nail here that tacks this in. Carefully get that out. Here's the glass. There's a little girl there holding the cat. And I know that's original paint. I'll have to decide later whether I want to repaint this, mainly because it is original. You can tell, hold on a second. If you look at her leg, she was broke off at one time on down there, right across here, and there's a crack there. So I think realistically, well, let me think about it if I want to repaint it or just clean it up. The paint would make it a little more solid, so it wouldn't be as fragile. What else we got banging around in here? Okay, there's a clock that's supposed to be on the wall. And it looks like it was above here. Now that this is all off, you can see there's a picture. I would say that's of Jesus and Mother Mary there. And you can see the dishes up above. And I don't know if that's an oven type or what that is back in them days. And like I say, there's a light up inside that basket looking thing on top. Anyway, let me get the dial off and we'll go back to the back to see how to get that movement out. We got those out. And back here, it looks like I have, well, this one here looks like a nail, but 1, 2, 3 real fine screws, so I'm going to have to get my fine screwdriver out so I can pull this out. Now, with the chain, I did hook it up in here. This here is really gummed up. It does move, but it will not tick. So the bottom ones were attacked. This one's kind of stuck in there. And here you got the metal gear for the hour hand. And there's for the hour. This one's riveted on. And we'll go through here. It's a very simple movement. Still doesn't hurt to take pictures, but like I say, it is really simple and should be nothing to get this all back together again. And just give a quick measurement. Let's measure this bottom board, as I forgot. We're at 13 inches. And we'll call it from the top of the roof to the bottom here. We're approximately 10.5 inches. We're going to figure the electrical out later. Let's get this movement cleaned up. So as you can see, this has no nuts. So you have to take and bend these around straight so this plate will come up and off of here so you can give it a good proper cleaning. Like I say, this is really stiff. So it's got a lot of dirt, dead oil, whatever in here. And so I just want to get it cleaned up and working again. Don't get carried away with these. You break it, oh well. That one's loose. This one was really cinched, twisted and ripped the metal a little bit when they put together, but these weren't really meant to, let's say, be repaired. There, you get that one out. Because this one's opening up halfway decent on this one leg, I can kind of get these things out. This one here needs to come up. I don't know why it's, like I say, it is a fine hole. There, we got that one to come up. Get this out. I might have to do more than I have already. There we go. This one's coming up. Now we can put it in there like that. That's got a good clicker on it. A little bit of glue. So let me get those clean. So I've got all the parts clean and scrubbed with Dawn dishwash soap afterwards, and used the wife's toothbrush to get them all nice and clean. And right here is the clicker. I plan on putting a little bit of grease on 2 spots so when this thing drags across there, it has less wear and makes it a little bit smoother too. I only turned these a little bit. I didn't see the need of turning it to an extreme, because if anyone ever has to open this up again and give it a cleaning, which should be quite a few years, as long as they open this up at least every 5 years and give a little bit of a lube, and with this cheap of a movement, it should be even less than that. Now this clock will be used a lot more because it does have a weight and a chain, compared to winding it with your key, which gets to be a pain on some of these smaller clocks, I guess we'll put it that way. So anyway, I'm ready to possibly install this into the movement, or into the box. I jury-rigged a battery in there, and I couldn't get the light to work, and so I unscrewed it. And I'm going to have to get a new bulb, I guess, because this one will not light up, period. So anyway, get the movement in. Say the 2 bottom ones have tacks. This here is going to fall out. Just throw it in the hole. You don't have to fight it. And I'll go ahead and get the tacks in and the 2 screws in, and we'll see how this thing seems to work. And it's easy enough to get the chain on afterwards, and it beats the heck out of fighting the chain right now. So as for putting the chain on, you can leave the ring and hooks on. It's turning around this way, and so at the bottom of this movement, it's all open, so all you have to do is just get it looped around the shaft of this. Once you have it looped around, then you can, upside down, loop it like this, catch it, and it'll be good to go, as in ready to be wound. I'd say this hand is way too big for it. I copied a picture off a line of a mountain scene, some clouds, and I'm not into being able to shrink things too well, so what I do is I found one that had a little bit of scenery, and then the best I shrunk it was a 4x6 picture size, and then captured the part that I wanted for the background compared to saran wrap. Also, you can see I got the girl glued into place, and as soon as that dries, I can set that glass in there. And like I say, I don't have a bulb yet, so I'm just have to wait for that one. So on this clock, I was wondering, well, what makes the music box go? And obviously it's not done by the time. And so when you're standing next to it, and when the music box starts to go, the light is supposed to come on. But over here, you have the pump handle. That's kind of nice. I think what I'm going to do with this, it has these little nails. I'm going to see if I have some small screws and screw that in, so it'll be better maybe not to fall apart, I guess we'll say, compared to just prying this out all the time. And this goes underneath here. I didn't have another set of hands, so the minute hand I went ahead and just trimmed the top, so it gives you the idea. You see the glass is in, still don't have the light yet. There's the paper glued onto the back. I had to make a board for this back part here. Of course, here's where the pendulum will hook on. And it looks like it needs to be bent in a little bit. Well, let's just see if it does or not. But this board I had to make to seal this back up. A piece of paneling. I think I have to sand this down a little bit more because it's fitting too tight. But then again, it doesn't have a nail or anything that holds it in. But I don't like how tight that's fitting. I'm going to sand that down just a little bit on the ends, and then it should be good. So there we go, got it clean, fixed up. The battery is going to be one of these to update it. It's kind of weird, but it'll work. It normally only needs one battery. I do believe that's possibly a C or a D battery that would normally go in there. double A is what seems to be, or triple A even nowadays, is getting to be the thing to use. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe because it's free. And let's see what kind of clock I'm going to work on next. And I don't want to forget, God bless.